Hey y'all, what's going on? So, story time for you. So this was about, I'd say, 5, 6 years ago, and it's about a Southern woman and my brother. Now y'all know how Southern women can be. Some can be just downright cunts. I mean, let's just face it. Some of them can be just downright cunts. And unfortunately, my brother married one of them. Why he married her, I don't know. What he saw in her, I don't know. But about 5, 6 years ago, they were in a heated argument, and he couldn't get a word in edgewise. No matter what he said, he was wrong. No matter what he did, he was wrong. No matter what he tried to do to calm her down, it made her pissed off even more. So he did everything he could like a man to try and diffuse the situation. Well, it wasn't working. It was just making it worse. She just got more and more angry, and she started throwing shit at him, and she started cursing and all that stuff. Well, he grabbed his keys and he left. He left the house to keep from snapping. So he gets on the phone and he calls mom. And my mama is a 5'1" Italian woman who don't play. She don't play those games. So she said, I'll be right over. And she comes in the house, walks in, and first of all, she says, who the fuck do you think you are throwing shit at my son? And who the fuck do you think you are threatening him? Well, she decided she's going to pop off that little cocksucker of hers to my mama, which was a big mistake. Because then my mama started yanking off her earrings. And when mama yanks off her earrings, it's on. It's on. Honey, she whooped her ass all over that damn house. Honey, she took off her heel and she was wailing on that bitch with her high heels. And she was over there, stop, Miss Stella, stop, you heard it, stop. And mama said, the next time my son has to call me to tell me that you are being the cunt that you are, she goes, it's going to be worse. She says, I ain't going to have my daughter-in-law over here being a cunt towards my son, with the children watching their mother treat their father like a piece of shit. She goes, you ain't going to do that no more. You ain't going to do that. Well, then she had the audacity to tell my mama to mind her own fucking business, which was another mistake number 2. And what did my mama do, honey? My mama grabbed her by the hair. She grabbed her ass by the hair and drug her ass all over that house. And whooped her ass, and she says, don't you ever fucking tell me to mind my own goddamn business again. That's my fucking son. That's my son. And if I will not mind my own business when it comes to my son. She said, you might get away with that with your mama, and you might disrespect your mama like that, but you ain't going to disrespect me like that. She said, and another thing, she goes, if I ever get a call from my son again saying that you are acting the way that you do, she goes, I'm going to make it 10 times worse for you. Well, needless to say, that was about 5, 6 years ago. They divorced since then, which I'm glad, because she was something else. She was just something else. Something else. So what I want to say to y'all is, be careful who you decide to be a cunt to. And be careful who you decide to be a big badass to, because they could be there's a woman, sorry, let me rephrase that. To you women out there who have husbands, be careful how you treat your husband. Be careful how much of a badass you think you gonna be to your husband, because there's mamas out there that won't put up with that. There's mamas out there like my mama who ain't gonna put up with that shit, who will come over to walk up into your house and beat your ass just like my mama did. There's mamas that will walk straight up into your house, not give two fucks, walk right up in there and whoop your ass all over your house. That's a story I figured I'd want to share with y'all because I thought it was fun as hell. I thought it was just funny as hell. Because then she calls me and she tells, your mama did this and your mama did that. I said, well, you must have deserved it. What'd you do? I said, what did you do? I said, you must have deserved it. I said, because mama ain't crazy. I said, mama don't do something like that unless she's got a good reason to do so. I said, either A, you pissed off my mom and you said something to her that you shouldn't have, or B, you were verbally abusing her child. One or the other. I said, because my mama ain't crazy. So to all you women out there, be careful. Because your husband may have a mama like mine that won't give two shits about walking right up into your house and whooping that ass of yours. Because my mama did it. Walked right up into her house. So, be careful. Just watch who you piss off. Because you don't know. Anyway, that's my story time for tonight. Bye, y'all.